Happy Monday, everybody. Hi, BJ Stevens here. I wanted to make a quick video because I have just been inspired by a 10-year-old child. Who knew? Because it's Monday, my first thought was, why isn't this kid in school? But that's none of my business. What he was doing was going around the neighborhood and probably in about a 4 or 5 block area, he was going to try and see if he could get summer mowing jobs. Now, as I was asking him, how are you planning on doing that? And what kind of equipment do you have? And do you have any help? And how are you going to get equipment back and forth? And are you scheduling a lot of people? Are you going to do this in um, all Monday through Friday, or are you planning on doing this on the weekend? How are you planning on doing this? And what's your rates? He looked me straight in the eye and answered every question. He didn't bat an eye. He didn't hem-haw around like a lot of 10-year-olds do. He answered every question directly, to the point, honestly, just like a professional. And I was so moved by that child. Now, obviously, somebody has done a little bit of coaching and practicing and rehearsing, but that's okay. That's how that child is going to learn. And unfortunately, I couldn't give him service. We have a very small yard, and it's the one thing that my better half enjoys, getting the exercise and taking pride in his yard. So it really wouldn't have helped that young man. But when I asked him, did he have a business card? What he had was one of those little 2x3 top spiral notebooks. And he had taken the time to write all his contact information down. He even had um, a, an email address. But he had taken about 10 or 15 pages and written all his contact information down, and he just ripped it off and handed it to me. And he did something that I know adults don't do. And he said, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that I can't do your yard, but," he said, "if you know somebody, maybe it's a somebody that in your family, or like a brother or sister, or maybe it's a relative of some kind, or maybe it's somebody you work with that just doesn't have time to do their yard, or maybe it's an older person, that kind of is old and crippled and can't go out. I'm willing to do their yard for them. And I'm cheap, ma'am. I'm really cheap." And he was. I have to give it credit. His prices were very, very reasonable. And I said, "I'd be happy to pass that name along." And I said, "I want to pay you a little compliment." His name was Jonathan. And I said, "Jonathan, I want to say something. I know people who won't even do what you're doing. I know adults who won't even do what you're doing. And I think you're kind of special for getting out there and not being afraid to go knock on a door or two and asking for work. I I I compliment you on doing that. You're showing a lot more about being an adult than some of the adults I know. So I want to say thank you. I'm kind of proud of you about doing that." And he said, "Really? Really?" I said, "Yes, really." He said, "Oh, that's cool." And I said, "I mean every word of it." And as I come back inside and I sit down, it dawned on me, there are adults out there who won't step outside that comfort zone, make some kind of a new contact. 2 or 3 or 4 contacts a day can be invaluable to anybody who's in a home business profession. Those contacts are crucial. If a 10-year-old child can do that and try and let the world know he's open for business, why can't adults? Those of you who are in network marketing who rely solely upon social media, you're hurting yourself. You are flat out hurting yourself. Yes, you can reach the globe by social media. But don't forget your local markets. Don't forget your warm market. I'm even going to call them your tepid market because it's not family and friends and coworkers and neighbors that you know that make up your warm market. And it's not pulling out the phone book and calling names out of a phone book as a cold market. It's those in between. You don't know them, but all you got to do is say, hey, I have this wonderful opportunity here. It may not be for you. That's okay. But if you know of somebody who may be looking or has talked about an interest in it, I'd really appreciate it if you give them my card and let them know that I've got something for them. What's so hard about that? It amazes me every day when I go onto my Facebook page how much garbage is being put on Facebook pages that's so personal, deeply personal information. We're willing to tell the whole world about our, our kids who got arrested last night, or a relationship that broke up, or I'm in the hospital because of. But yet, we won't contact somebody and say, hi, my name is, I've got an opportunity, or I've got this product. It may not be for you, but please pass my name along and let them know that if anybody else that you know of is interested, I'm here. What's so hard about that? People just don't do it. You'll expose the world to all your personal information, but you won't let them know you're open for business. No wonder a lot of people in network marketing and in a home business situation fail, because you got to step out of that comfort zone. You got to take charge, and you do it in a professional manner, but just say, hey, take a look at me. It may not be for you. That's okay. But if you know somebody else, let them know. A 10-year-old child inspired me, and it let me know that the spirit of entrepreneurialism is so alive and well, and there is hope for the future, and there is hope that this profession has a great future. Lesson learned today. I'm proud of him. Now let me be proud of everybody out there. Go out and network. Make one new contact today. One. That's all I ask. One new contact, and let's see what happens. Thanks, everybody. Have a great Monday. Have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.